Hello and welcome, everybody. We got sunglasses for our Panama retreat, so I had to show you because aren't they amazing? And our future's so bright. She's creating an empire, right? If you're coming to Panama, I want you to put Panama in the chat because I am so excited about our first ever She's Creating an Empire retreat. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Shanda. I am a senior coach here with She's Creating an Empire, and I am absolutely passionate about what we do. I truthfully believe that there's a lot more opportunity, a lot more money, a lot more freedom on the other side of a few basic decisions. And yes, they are pink, Sue. I'm so glad. I can't wait to see you guys all in these shades. Yes. And for real, like what's going on in the world right now has me fired up. And I want to tell you a little bit about my story so you understand why. And then we're going to get into a crazy awesome training about how you can magnify and monetize your magic because you have something special that can impact a lot of people and make you a lot of money on the other side of really tapping into it. So we're going to go through that today, okay? So my story, prior to finding She's Creating an Empire and working with Melanie, I actually worked as a radio station sales rep during the day. And then I served tables at night just to make ends meet. I was drowning in debt. I was exhausted. And I didn't know to do anything else except for work harder. And it was exhausting. It was honestly exhausting. There wasn't even enough time to play, let alone work out, let alone vacation. It just wasn't an option. And so since finding She's Creating an Empire, I figured out how to really create more leverage in my life, buy back my time, travel more, and help more people. But the cool thing about my experience at the radio station is I started in 2008. And so I was working with small and medium-sized business owners in Canada, helping them navigate the last recession. And so that was a really interesting experience for me because I was quite young and I had never been through a recession. And so all I knew was what I was being taught by this corporation that I worked for, right? So we talked about how market share can be gained because people's attention is higher when their dollars are tighter. And we talked about how if you stop having new customers coming in, then even though less people are buying, you're ultimately going to have less sales. And so it was part of how we sold radio then. But the thing that really I connected to at that season was the entrepreneurial spirit. Right? For those of you who are building an online business or a traditional business, you know that your blood, your sweat, your tears, this is like a baby, right? Your business is a baby and it needs nurturing and love, but it also is very, very, very much a part of you. And it's a part of your heart, right? It's self-expression. And so when I watch these people fight to keep their baby, and some of them had to decide to close. The same thing happened in 2020, 2021. I know lots of people who have had that challenge recently. And now that we're in a recession as well, I know there's going to be more of it. And so for me, I'm really passionate about what's going on in the world right now because crypto's taking over, right? We can't deny that. The US government bought over 150,000 Bitcoin in the last 12 months. US government, like probably nothing, right? And the world's changing. ChatGPT is changing the way of the world. And during this recession, businesses are going to have to cut back and some people are going to lose their jobs. Other people are going to have to raise their prices, which means it's going to cost more to do things. And so this reality of expenses getting higher and income getting smaller is just part of what's going on in the world right now. And if you guys have felt your grocery bill or your gas bill or your hydro bill, your water bill go up in the last little minute, then I want you to say up in the chat because this is so real for so many people that I'm talking to these days. And they're just like, what do I do about it though? What do I do about it though? And what I'm so grateful for with working with Melanie and with being a part of She's Creating an Empire is I've learned how to control and actually have financial security, actually be able to know what to do when I have income goals, when I have extra expenses that doesn't include going into debt. Right? Imagine anytime your car broke down, you knew exactly what to do to generate the income that you needed to be able to pay that. Imagine you knew exactly how much and exactly what to do to get your income goals nailed this year, right? And that's what we have. We have a recipe and we have a skill set that we are here to impart on you so that you can really create financial security for you and your family, no matter what happens. And we have a partnership we're going to be talking a lot more about crypto, a lot more about trading. We have some dynamic traders inside our community. We're partnered with a vendor that actually is teaching us how to capitalize when the market goes down. I don't know about you, but I haven't seen that many RSPs or 401ks go up lately. I just talked to my dad. He said he checked his mortgage statement and he's got a variable rate mortgage. 0% of his mortgage payment goes towards his principal right now. So isn't that crazy? Think about this. This is happening to so many people. And we just want you to know that you're not alone, that this isn't one of those things where you just have to, grit your teeth and accept what's handed to you. There is a way for you to really grow and create options for yourself in this new economy. Something like 70% of all Fortune 500 companies started during recessions. It's the highest, the more millionaires and billionaires are going to be made over these next 3 years than in any time of boom. But it's about knowing how to navigate it. It's about knowing what to do to pay those bills, to create that income, and how to navigate the markets. And that's what we're here to do, is equip you. And that's what Melanie's given me, and why I've planted my flag here. I am absolutely, as you can see, I'm a rep. I am repping She's Creating an Empire everywhere I go, because I really want you to know that greatness is an option for you, no matter what your reality is. Your 5 senses are a gift and a blessing. You can see the sunset. You can taste a delicious meal. You can hug someone you love. These are beautiful gifts. But what happens when we let our reality, our bank account, our bills, our stress, the things that are in front of us, the recession, our 401k, all that stuff, when we see something that doesn't look good, sometimes that will let us believe that things aren't possible, or it'll kind of defeat us a little bit. And I promise you that your imagination, your willpower, your higher faculties can actually build a totally different reality. And so there's times we have to know what to do and how to do it and where to go. And there's other times that we can enjoy our 5 senses. And sometimes they lie, right? Bank account balance has nothing to do with how much money you can make in the next 60 days. So I want to get into today's training. I am so excited. If you are live, put a 1. If you're watching the replay, put a 2. And let's get this thing rocking. Let's talk about how many of you guys want to feel magical in your business, want to take the gifts that are inside of you and bring them to the world and increase income and increase your impact and truthfully feel like the things that are inside you not only are for you, but that you can give them away and bless others. I am so excited to share this with you. This has been one of my favorite trainings. So just hold on one moment. I need to present, share screen. There we go. All right. If you can see my screen, I want you to put a thumbs up. I don't know if I can switch back and forth. Yes, I can. Look, I can see it. Okay. Can you guys see it? Put a yes in the chat. I want to know if you guys can see it too, because I can see it, which is super cool. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, you can. This is amazing. Okay, technology. You guys don't have to be masters of technology to be able to win here. So just so you know. And I think that's really cool, because making money online is, I thought I had to be more technically savvy. Okay, so magnifying and monetizing your magic, creating a self-expressed income stream that you love. How many of you guys want a business that you love? A bank account that you love? Tell me, ladies, put love in the chat. Are you looking for more love in your life? I think this is such a fun topic on Valentine's Day, because truthfully, love is one of the highest vibrations that you can stand in. And I believe that we should create a life we love, right? All right. I'm not alone. I love it. So to magnify and monetize your magic, creating a self-expressed income stream that you love. At She's Creating an Empire, this is coming from a core belief of ours. We believe that you were born with greatness inside of you, that divine beauty has shaped your experiences, perspectives, talents, and gifts. And the more that you harness those and share them with the world, the larger your impact and income will be. So we're going to dive into our gifts together. But the first thing I want to know is, do you believe what we believe? Do you believe that there's greatness and individuality? I know so many people that were taught to sit down and conform, or that because they had a learning disability or a challenge growing up, that they weren't like the other kids. That was me. My hair, oh my gosh, I got picked on for my hair. Why? Because Jennifer Aniston was cool when I went to school, right? Everyone wanted the pin straight blonde hair, and I just couldn't make it happen. And I felt like an oddball because of it. I was homeschooled, so I never felt like I fit in. And the truth is, we're not made to fit in. And not one snowflake is the same. And that we really believe that that's the source of your greatness, is your individuality. So I want to know, do you believe what we believe? I want you to put believe in the comments. I want to know if we are on the same page, because for me, doing business with people who believe what we believe is so much more important than people who want what we have, right? There's a pro tip in marketing and business. So if you believe what we believe, put believe in the chat and we will get this party started. All right. Yes, we're in the right place. I got my ladies. Let's do this thing. Okay. So let's dive into it together. Okay. Your story has gold in it. There's this saying that is one of the most empowering and impactful statements I've personally ever heard. And I 10 out of 10 recommend owning it yourself. There's a seed of equal or greater opportunity in every challenge and obstacle. Okay. So look at your life. What have you overcome? What experiences are unique to your story? How did you overcome them? And can you help someone navigate that? And then there's this question, do you want to talk about it? So I want to tell a little bit of my story in depth so that you can really see how this can be connected. So what have I overcome? Well, I was addicted to painkillers a few years ago. That was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to undo or get out of. And that's a part of my story. I also was in over $1 million in debt, paying credit cards with credit cards and drowning in work. I would work a minimum of 80 hours a week. And yes, you do, Carly. And so for me, it was really, there were some conversations I wanted to have, right? I overcame a lot to be able to become a full-time entrepreneur instead of a employee with 3 jobs. I had to overcome a lot to learn how to pay down debt. I had to overcome a lot. And that's a pretty unique part of my story. How do you get into $1 million worth of debt before you're 30? Like, how do you even do that? Bad business decisions, bad investments, and a really good job. So they lend you a lot of money. It's crazy. The more you make, the more they'll let you borrow. So it can be kind of a trap. And how did I overcome it? I found coaches, I found mentors, I found training like this that helped me overcome it. And can I help someone navigate that? Yes, absolutely. My hindsight is 2020, right? You guys believe that? 2020 is my hindsight is 2020. You can kind of see things after you've done them. But my future wasn't 2020. But Melanie had what I wanted and she gave me the roadmap. And so I want to give you the roadmap. I can help you navigate it. Maybe you're working too many jobs. Maybe you're not working on your own terms. Maybe you're just living with just barely enough. And some days you have to decide between paying the light bill on time and, buying the groceries for the household. I've been there and I know how to do that and I will help you navigate. I also know what it's like to start your first online business and try to figure it out and make all the mistakes. So I can help you navigate that. That's what we do at She's Creating an Empire. But do you want to talk about it? Right? Do you want to talk about it? I want to share this comment because the painkillers was a part of my story, but it's not how I can make the biggest impact. And it's not my favorite conversation. Why? Because problem-based people who seek out solutions to problems are different than people who focus on the problem. So I never sought out help for my painkiller addiction, but I did seek out help to find freedom. And in finding freedom financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, I got freedom physically, right? And so sometimes you may have a piece to your story that crafts your story, but doesn't have to be a part of your offer, right? I'm not going to help you navigate addiction. I will help you navigate how to create a self-expressed life you love. Okay. I watched Eat, Pray, Love. If you haven't watched it, please do, because it's basically my life. I feel very seen by that movie. And she says in this moment, right before she goes on her trip, she's got this great job and this great marriage and everything's good on the outside, but she feels unfulfilled. And she looks around and she says, I looked around at the life I had created, knowing that I participated in building every moment of it and didn't see any of me in it. And that was me. That's what I want to help you get connected to. So that's true. Part of the ripple effect of that was the painkillers, but that's not the piece I want to focus on. I want to focus on living a life that tastes like you, that feels like you, that looks like you. I want everything I do to be seasoned with Shanda. I want my whole life to be seasoned with Shanda, and I want your life to be seasoned like you. and to really come from that self-expressed place. And as you can tell, I get really jazzed about it. But that being said, some people really want to help with trauma coaching. And I know people that want to do that. I don't want to have those conversations. I like working with people who are more future focused. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to talk about it? Could you talk about it? And what parts of your story do you really feel that you can connect to give you a seed of equal or greater opportunity than that challenge? And if you have challenges in your life you haven't yet found a seed from, go back, rehash, heal, find them, okay? Look at your story as a resource to help you find your magic so you can magnify it, okay? So we're going to go into what are your gifts. Here's some questions that you can ask yourself to find the gift that you have internally, okay? What comes easily to you that others find hard? It's a really good question. What did you do as a child that was unique and boldly expressed? My mom used to tell this story about how at this play place, I wanted to be the bus driver, but a bus driver is not a bus driver without any kids in the bus, right? So I would line up all the chairs and then I'd corral all the people and I'd make them sit in the bus so that I could drive the bus. And I was like 3 and I'm like, oh, okay, a little bit of a leader, am I? And then she said, when I could barely walk, I had those Campbell's soup cans back before they had pictures on them. And I would walk up to her and say, what's that? And then I would organize them based on the type of soup they were, because a pattern recognition and organization is a strength of mine. So think back to what your mom would say, what your dad would say. Think back to you at 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. How did you show up then? And where can you find compassion comes naturally? I love that. Tell me more about things that come naturally to you, right? I love talking. Shocked. I actually have to learn how to. I'm continuing to get better at listening. But do you love talking? Do you love connecting with people? Do you what do you love? What do you come naturally good at? Do you love creating content on social media? Do you love children? Are you good at speaking? Are you good with numbers? Are you good with business? Are you good with sales? What about leadership? What about health? What about sobriety? What about kids? What about makeup? What about money? What about stress? What about learning? What about overcoming? What about determination? What about problem solving? Think about the things that you do that your friends are like, I don't know how you do it. Okay. What could you talk about all day, or you probably are actually doing for free? So back when I was paying off my debt, I needed accountability. I knew that I work better with a community. So I hosted a volunteer effort with 3 different organizations. I tried to do it with my church. They told me no. And I did it with the young professionals, and I did it with my work. And I would either have people at the boardroom after work on a Wednesday or at my home on Tuesday evenings. And we would host a financially fit accountability group where we would watch training from Melanie and her mentors. We would do our worksheets and we would celebrate our wins. Where did we stick to budget? Where did we make a decision to invest in our future? Where did we decide to make a conscious effort with our money? Where did we cut back? What were some tips? Pro tip, you can probably call your cable provider and just say like, hey, I'm going to quit watching TV, because I actually was going to quit watching TV. And I figured, hey, I need to cut my bills. I have unlimited data on my phone. I can just tether my computer off my phone. I don't need to pay for internet. So I called them. I said, I want to cancel everything. They're like, well, why don't we cancel the cable? And then for $10 a month, we'll give you internet. I was like, okay. And then after 6 months, I called them back and they did it again. Well, that's the kind of thing that I would share in these accountability groups. So I was doing it as a volunteer effort because I wanted that community. Well, if you're doing something like that, maybe there's a business opportunity in there for you. Just think about it. What are you talking about or want to talk about and could do it all day for free? For me, it's financial, building, wealth, business, KPIs. It's about really creating something dynamic and predictable in life and business and finances. I love this. Resilience and perseverance, connections, compassion, empathy, confidence, helping people, good with numbers, good with health. This is so good. I'm so grateful you guys are speaking life into your strengths. This is so important, okay, you guys? The world will want you to conform, but the truth is that unless you are willing to celebrate your gifts, it's very hard for you to magnify them, okay? So what do you love helping people with? I love celebrating big wins in business, big wins in marketing, big wins in money, big wins in trading. I love it. It makes me so happy. What do you love helping people with? What is something you found really hard that now you can do because of your determination. Could you help someone do that easier? Promise you guys will not have to pay as much money or put as much time into building a business brand and bank account that you love as I have. I had to travel the world. I went to Thailand for a convention. I hired all these different coaches, and then Melanie literally had it all tied up in this nice little bow. And I was like, shut up. I paid $100 grand for what you're charging freaking 10 for. Like, sign me up again. It's absolutely insane. Yes, helping people feel beautiful inside and out, building confidence and self-esteem. I love that. Yes. So really spending some time speaking life into your gifts, setting them apart. And here's the pro tip. You have to give your gift away. The more you give your gift away, the more it gets magnified. Magnification comes through investing, right? You talk about compound interest. If you want to grow your gifts, if you want to grow your magic, you have to give it away. You have to put it in good, fertile soil. A seed sitting on the counter just dies. A seed in fertile soil with good surroundings can grow into an orchard, right? And so when you really think about that, you have to start giving your gift away, and you have to start inviting other people to be blessed by your gifts, okay? So that's the key to magnifying it, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about monetizing. Where and how can you deliver this to the world in an impactful way? So there's a few different ways that you can deliver your magic, right? Now it's a delivery vehicle. Can you teach? Can you lead? Oh, you've been mentoring younger women. I love that. I can't wait for our youth program. I'm so freaking excited. We'll have to talk. We're definitely looking for coaches to help us in that space. So can you teach? Can you lead? Can you instruct? Can you find products or services that are helpful that you can share? Do you have something that changed your life that you can share to impact others? Okay. Now, these are all powerful questions. These are amazing questions. And maybe you want to be a teacher and create a course. Maybe you want to lead and move people towards a certain activity or movement. Maybe you want to instruct and actually give them step-by-step tools to be able to implement. Maybe you want to help them get connected to products or services that can change their life. Or maybe you have something that you've used that you can then show them how to use. Okay. Now, when you're thinking about monetizing this, right? These are all the vehicles you're going to deliver your magic. But how do you monetize it? Now, there's 3 steps to becoming an entrepreneur. Okay. The first one is to buy back your freedom. You're likely going to be trading time for money, but it'll be on your own terms. Call it self-employed. When you think about the cash flow quadrant, we go from working from someone else to working for ourselves. And that's usually the first step. Maybe this is coaching income. Maybe this is sales commission, but this is from your own personal efforts. You're still working for every dollar, but you get to pick if you work Saturday or Tuesday. You get to pick if it's 10 a.m. or if it's 10 p.m., but it's on your own terms. And that's step 1. And a lot of you are starting there. And that's great. This is what most people do is they sell a course and then they teach the course and then they sell the course and then they teach the course. They sell the product, they get paid. They sell the product, they get paid. And that's really beautiful. But one of the biggest things that I'm known for is telling people to make sure it's worth it and get what you came for. The problem is that people don't want too much. They want too little. And they think too short-sighted. And then they act like they have time. So imagine that there's an exit plan to your business. Now, some people, they want to build a business and sell it. And that's fine. I personally am on a mission. My business is a mission. It's built on my magic and my gifts and my talents. And I want you to feel the feeling of just bringing your boldness to the world. And so I'm going to speak to those of you who don't just want to flip businesses, okay? Who actually want to create something that's built from their heart, from their gifts, from their magic, okay? So as you build it, there's types of businesses that if you ever walk away, you will never get paid. And then there's types of businesses that you can build it. And then there's a season where if you need to take 3 months or you need to take 6 months or you need to take 9 months, maybe you're making a baby, right? That you can do that and your business will continue to move without you. And keeping in mind, like the cash flow quadrant, you guys, if you have not read the cash flow quadrant, that is your homework. Okay. So 95% of people control 5% of the wealth. There's 2 types of people in that 95%. There are people who work for other people and people who work for themselves. Working for yourself is still trading time for money. You're still going to work for the dollar. What the 5% of people that control 95% of the money, they're business owners and investors. Why do they have more money And why is there less of them? Because they use systems, technology, people, and money to make them money, not their time. They're not trading time for money anymore. So when you start a self-employed business, you want to make sure that there's an exit plan. I've seen people start a business because they want independence and now they bought a restaurant. How's that going? They work more than their employees and they make less. Same thing with plumbers, hairdressers, etc. You have to see, is there an exit plan that could scale to 6 or 7 figures passively part-time? Do I have a way I can make money while I sleep? Now, that's probably not where you're going to start. You're going to have to put in the work to build it. But just understand that there's an end in mind. So work with the end in mind, okay? So the first step is to buy back your time to become self-employed. The next, master the roller coaster of the financial processes of being an entrepreneur, right? If you got to get to work. You don't get to show up and twiddle your thumbs and gossip at the water cooler and still get paid, right? You get paid for what you produce. And you have to deliver results and collect testimonies and understand marketing and really create a consistency. Most entrepreneurs have good months and bad months, good months and bad months, good months and bad months. There are ways to create, like I said, financial security. That's what we want. We want you to know that no matter what happens, you can create money like that because we're money magnets, right? Money comes to us easily and frequently from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I want you to repeat after me. Money comes to me easily and frequently from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Money comes to me easily and frequently from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Oh, tongue-tied. I love it. So put that in the chat. I'm dead serious. This is freaking important things to speak to yourself. And so when you understand exactly what you need to do each week, each day, each year, to be able to create that financial security for yourself, sometimes the economic situation can change our ratios, right? Maybe you're in a business that does well when the economy is changing. Maybe it's one that doesn't. That's okay. But when you know how to track your ratios, how to track your business, how to add more fuel to the fire when it's time and where to get that fuel, you're absolutely going to have this solid life and this solid business and no more financial stress. How many of you guys are excited about the idea of never, ever, ever stressing about money again? I want you to say me in the chat. I want to know who's listening. I would love to know who's looking for that sense of financial security. So that's a process and it's an emotional step, right? Number 2, master the roller coaster of being an entrepreneur. Start getting consistent. Yes, I love it. And Facebook user, I don't know who you are, Carly. Absolutely. We're doing it, ladies. We're doing it. So you have to start being more consistent. The thing that's a challenge when you buy back your time is now no one's going to call you if you're late. No one's going to pick up a ball if you drop it. There's no threat of being fired. So you have to master that. And that doesn't have to last long. You can make that a minute or you can make that 10 years. It doesn't matter. Some people never get out of it. Okay. Step 3 is to automate and scale and buy back your time to make money while you sleep. How many of you guys want sleep money? That is my favorite time to make money. I love making money while I sleep. I want sleep money in the chat. Yes, ladies, I love it. Me. We all are ready for that. No more financial stress. We are absolutely abundant beings. So sleep money. I want to know who wants some sleep money. That is the key. So my personal belief is anything you spend your time to build to be able to buy back your time should ultimately scale so that you can make money while you sleep. It may not be step 1, but it needs to be there. If you have to go to work to make money, maybe the comp plan, there's some comp plans in network marketing and coaching that the only way to make money is if you're personally working. Then there's some that actually have a residual income. There's sales positions where if you create a course, you're selling the course one-on-one. And then there's ways to build automated systems that can sell it to someone in Australia while we're sleeping. And so we really want you to understand that this is a process. And this is how people go from 6 to 7 figures, from 7 to 8, from 8 to 9. Okay. It's by understanding how to automate and scale, buy back your time, and then, continue to go. Okay. So make sure that you have the end in mind, that whatever you start, that whatever you teach, that whatever you instruct, that whatever services or products you move, that you have a vision for making money while you sleep, and that the comp plan you're in or the style of delivery sets you up for that. Okay, ideas for next steps. How many of you guys were like, okay, this is great. Now what? Now what, Shanda? You can't give me all this and then not tell me what to do. so funny. I think it's the funniest thing about online entrepreneurs. We're trained to be employees, so they all just want to know what to do. I was the same way. I remember sitting down 6 or 8 months ago with Mel, and I was like, just tell me what to do. I just want to know, wake up, what do I have to do to get the money I want to get? And she's like, okay, let me show you. And I was like, I knew this stuff, but I actually know it. Okay. So ideas for next steps. Here's some thoughts for you. You can create a course. Who's thought about creating a course before? You're like, I want to take all my knowledge and I want to build courses and ebooks and downloads and, maybe retreats. Maybe I could do seminars. Like, I want to teach people what I know. I want you to put course in the chat. Create a mastermind. Do you want to coach groups of people? Do you want to support groups of people? Do you want to host groups of people to be able to come together and create? Yes, I know, Sue. I can't wait to see your course. It's going to make me so happy. Masterminds are really powerful, and it's really special when you can bring people together to create, okay? So maybe you want to create a mastermind or a board or something like that. Have you ever wanted to coach people? How many of you guys are like, okay, I want to be a coach. I want to help people. I want to be able to show them what to do and kick their butt to do it and love them when they fall down. I want to be the person that brings out greatness in those around me. Maybe you don't have the experience or, enough results or know where to start. That doesn't matter. We're not here to negotiate with any of our alibis or any of our fears. I just want to know who has a coaching heart. Who has a coaching heart? Yes, you're coaching now. I love it. Who else wants to become a coach? I love a coach's heart because they want what's best for you, not what's convenient for them. They're sharing all of their tools and strategies to shortcut your success. They breathe life into you and they kick your butt. It is one of the most beautiful gifts and hearts and dynamics that you can ever have. And so maybe you want to become a coach. I love it. I love it. We got coaches in the house. Okay, you can sell a product that someone else has made. Okay. You can sell a product that someone else has made. Maybe you have a product that you've fallen in love with or that's really supported you on your journey, and you can move that product. Maybe it's a tangible product like sunglasses, right? Or maybe it's an intangible product. Maybe it's a download or a worksheet or something. When you sell a product that someone else has made, I love it. We got so many coaches in here. I love it. You guys make me so happy. So when you're selling a product, again, just make sure there's an option in whatever the compensation is. Maybe you're working manufacturer direct. Maybe you're working, with an artisan crafter. Maybe you're building a drop shipping store, whatever it is, just ask yourself, when this is off the ground, is there an option for making sleep money? And look at it. And some people, if you're brand new in business, especially network marketers, they don't know how to see that in a comp plan. That's okay. That's what we're here for. You can reach out to me and I will help you brainstorm. Maybe it's not the case. Maybe there isn't a lot of residual on the back end. That's okay. It doesn't mean don't do it. It just means make sure there's a plan so that you eventually can make sleep money, right? Sell a service or course someone else has made. This is my favorite thing on the planet to do because, guys, there's so much technical back end to creating your own course, and Melanie does it all. I don't have to do it. We had issues with the website. They were on with developers and I was just chatting with people about their goals all day. I'm like, I'm grateful. So I do not feel compelled to make my own course, but I love seeing other people do it. Like Sherry Donahue is just amazing what she's done with her running instructions, her running newsletter, her running masterminds, her running course. It's just been incredible to watch her build that. And some people that's in their heart and other people it's not. And that's okay. You can sell other people's courses because helping people get connected to information that changes their situation is still a beautiful gift. Okay. Then there's done for you services. I'm also going to add in there a product that you've made. So maybe you want to manufacture it. So this is a concept of like, I'm going to do your graphic artistry for you. Right? I'm going to do your house design for you. That's a great way to buy back your time, but it's not a great way to actually scale and implement. So when you have a done for you service where you're physically doing the thing, make sure that you have a vision. And if you don't have a vision for how to scale those things, to have a team, to have systems, to have tools, to become an educator in the space, then I want you to book a strategy call. Cassie, can you throw the strategy call up? If you've been thinking about some of these, I want to create a course, I want to become a coach, I want to make a mastermind, I want to sell these products that I've made or these products that I've found, but I don't know how to scale it. I don't know if there's any sleep money in it. I don't know what I would need to do to make $5,000, $10,000 this month or $100,000 this year. I don't know what that next step is. That's what this intro call is for. It's a strategy call where you're going to meet with me and we're going to lay out that business plan together. Now, maybe some of the resources we have inside She's Creating an Empire will be a good fit to help you get there. If not, literally not a problem. I'll tell you, look, we're not the right fit for you, but here's some suggestions on the next steps. But we will lay it out so that you can have a vision for where the sleep money is, what you have to do to get there, and exactly what we may be able to do to help, okay? So if you're looking to take these next steps and don't know what it looks like, that's the next step, is to book a strategy call, okay? And remember, again, you will eventually want to buy your time back. Even if you love what you do, you cannot work 8, 10, 12 hours a day, then you absolutely will want your time back. You will 100% want your time back, right? And so that's the way that this process works, is first we get control of our time and then we have to get it back. We have to give it back to our family and that sort of thing. So just remember to have that as a part of the plan, okay? Okay, so there's 3 types of people that see this information, okay? And if you're number 1 or number 2, I want you to book this strategy call. So you've got the links right there. The first is, I want to make money online, but I have no idea where to start. Okay. That's normal. That's where I was. I was like, I didn't think I had any gifts to give. I didn't have a trade. I didn't have a technical skill. I didn't have any gift except for I loved people and I loved the idea of connecting people to resources. And I knew I wanted out of my reality. If that's you, that's okay. Book a strategy call. We'll figure it out. And maybe there's a business or a partnership or a person that we've heard of that we can point you towards, or maybe not, but at least you'll get some clarity, right? I haven't had anyone who doesn't know where to start, not at least have some research next steps after a strategy call, okay? And number 2 is, I've always wanted to become a coach, create my own course, but I don't know where to start. I'm ready though. Like I said, that's the intro call. Come talk to me. My favorite thing is getting a front row seat for people's adventure through creating their dream. I just want to have a front row seat. I want to be that coach on the sideline saying, yes, you can. And shh, this guy's coming up behind you, go left. I want to be that guy. Okay. So the first 2, if you're number 1 or number 2, book a strategy call. Now, if you're number 3 and you're like, I have a business, I have a network marketing company, I'm already a coach, I know that I have these things to sell, I just need more people to talk to. I just need to make more. I just need more people to talk to so I can close more sales, so I can make more money. And if that's you, we actually have a special gift. I'm so excited. We're going to be doing a free Lead Crusher Challenge starting on Monday. And this is going to be a free 5-day challenge with a masterclass at the end. So guess what? You're going to learn how to generate 100 leads in 5 days. And the masterclass at the end is literally going to be a content creation workshop where you learn how to take long form content like this video that I just made and clip it into little reels or clip it into little YouTube shorts, or, you know, take a 1 hour long video and make a month's worth of content with it. How much fun would that be? So what we're going to do is we're going to meet. There's going to be a training once a day. You're going to get homework each day. And by the end of the week, you will not only have some tools for content creation, you will also have at least 100 leads. Last time I went through this, I actually brought one of my network marketing companies. I brought in my team and we did this together. We generated over 5,000 leads as a group. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So when you look at that, it's just like, oh my goodness, imagine what would happen if you, your friends, your team were generating that kind of leads and could do it on demand anytime they want. Now, if you've taken this challenge before, this is a new revamped version. It's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen before. Melanie's been working tirelessly at it. It's been absolutely incredible. I cannot wait for it. So if you're a 3, actually, if you're a 1 or a 2, you can do this too. You don't have to wait until after our call. You can book a call and you can register. It's free, like I said. Mel said she might add a price point to it, but she hasn't yet, so I'm not asking questions. Okay? So it's the first time we've ever done it for free, period. So the link is right there. Join the Lead Crusher Challenge, and we'll see you on Monday for the Lead Crusher Challenge. We're going to be doing those every single day. You're going to get access to some incredible knowledge, to some incredible tools, and some incredible resources to scale and grow your business. So make sure you register for the challenge. If you are wondering where to start or what might be a good fit for you, then book that strategy call so I can help you. Breathe life into that course that's inside you. Speak life into that coach that's inside you. and create a business plan. Literally, what do you have to do each day, each week, each month, each year to be able to get to your 100K, 200K, 300K year in 2023? We are absolutely on a mission to help 100 women generate 100K in income in 2023, or in their trading account. That's okay. It still counts as income. But literally in this season where all of us kind of need more, all of us kind of need a little bit more money, a little bit more time, a little bit more rest, a little bit, like how many of you guys kind of ready to have your cup and your bank account filled? Well, that's not what's going to happen to the average person who just sits back and takes what's handed to them. What we're going to do is we're going to help you navigate it so that this is the best financial year of your life, so that you can go and break records and deny the status quo and be that unique, beautiful, bold, divine CEO unicorn out in the world, and you are truly monetizing and magnifying your magic and bringing blessings to people globally. And so if you want to be one of those 100 women, I want you to put 100K in the chat, because I want to know who's in line to generate that kind of income, to make that kind of impact, and to create that kind of value in 2023. I personally believe that you deserve it. I believe that you deserve a lot more than you're settling for. And I would really love to sit here and be able to cheer you on and celebrate you a year from now. Yes, Susan, Inger, Lisa, April, I love it. Welcome, ladies. I'm so glad you're here. Carly, yes, we are doing this thing. We are going to do this thing, and I'm really excited for you. So if you don't know what to do next, now you do. You've got Lead Crusher. You've got a strategy call. If you know what to do next, get to work, and I will see. We actually have a call in 20 minutes for our momentum group, which is our marketing and business, lead gen, personal branding, sales, exploding your business. We create momentum. That's what we do. It's our momentum mastermind. So I am so looking forward to it too, Erica. I can't wait to see you in there. And we will see our momentum group mastermind members in about 19 minutes. And for the rest of you, I will see you on Monday, or if you book a time in my calendar before then for a strategy call, I very much look forward to it. So I will see you sometime in the next few days. Make sure you're registered for the Lead Crusher. Get that link out to your friends and family. It's literally free. Melanie charges between $1,000 and $2,500 an hour for her time. And gets it all day, every day. I've seen her take Fortune 500 companies and double, triple their sales to 12 million in less than 6 months. This woman's a genius. She's spoken on stages in front of the most powerful women in network marketing. She's been on GoPro stage. Spoke with John Maxwell, Bob Proctor. Like, this woman is literally dynamite, and she knows how to generate leads left, right, and center. She can build any business to 7 figures, and she's going to be training you for free. I want to give you I'm Canadian, so you're going to get that from this, from this analogy. But imagine you had Wayne Gretzky, who said, I'll teach you how to play hockey. I bet you'd be excited, right? You're so excited. Let's sign up for this Lead Crusher. Let's sign up for those hockey classes. Now, there's 2 types of people. The types of people that will go by themselves, and they'll say, oh, this is really exciting. And the type of people that will bring their friends, so that everyone that they're around can get that high-level experience. I know, Inger, Lisa, me too. I absolutely love him. He's world-class. And so is Melanie. And so we've got the Wayne Gretzky of lead generation, of personal branding, of network marketing, of being a divine CEO. This woman, she handles her home like a queen. She handles her business like a queen. She handles her finances like a queen. And she's opening up her mentorship for free. And if I were you, I'm not you, but if I was, I would make sure there wasn't a realtor, a mortgage broker, a hairdresser, a nail tech, a network marketer, a coach, a sales rep, a car salesman, any kind of person that needs to increase their client base to make more money, small business owner. I would not let one of them not know about this. So you absolutely have to get them registered, make sure that they join us in so that they don't miss out on this, because as soon as it's over, we will be charging for it. I don't know how much yet, but it will not be free. And there's something special about seeing Melanie live, and you'll see what I mean if you haven't seen her live in a minute. It's pretty special what happens. So she'll bring the fire, I promise. And I will see you guys in the Lead Crusher. I'll see your friends and family in the Lead Crusher. I can't wait to get back to the person that invited you here, and make sure you let them know that you're in the Lead Crusher, because we have some little mastermind chats that we're going to be starting for different groups. So we want to make sure you're plugged in. We want to make sure you're connected. We want to make sure that you get everything that you came for, that your business works for you, that you don't work for it, that you get to dance and live in your magic and magnify it by giving it away and monetize it so that your family can have way more than enough. All right, you guys, thank you for everything. Have a good day. Bye.